It is good to be with you. We do want to start first with the new developments, of course, in Minneapolis. We're getting constant updates. This morning, before I was even awake, Tom Homan, who is the border czar, he was sent there after Greg Bovino was pulled out. Greg Bovino is now, according to reporting, the former Border Patrol commander at large. Now, Tom Homan is in Minneapolis, and he's leading this operation with ICE. Of course, this comes after the killing of Alex Preddy. I want to play a clip from Tom Homan in his press conference this morning.
Governor Walsh, A.G. Ellison, and Mayor Fry, as well as state and local law enforcement. Again, I appreciate they all acknowledge that we do have federal immigration laws in this country that have been passed by Congress, and that ICE is in fact a legitimate law enforcement agency charged with enforcing those laws. We're not making this up, folks. ICE is enforcing laws enacted by Congress. They're a federal statute. That said, I'm not here because of the federal mission out perfectly. First thing I said to senior staff when I walked in here is what I told you earlier. I didn't come here looking for photo ops or headlines. I come here looking for solutions. I do not want to hear that everything's been done here has been perfect. Nothing's ever perfect. Anything can be improved on. And what we've been working on is making this operation safer, more efficient, by the book. The mission is going to improve because of the changes we're making internally. No agency or organization is perfect. And President Trump and I, along with others in the administration, have recognized that certain improvements could and should be made. That's exactly what I'm doing here. As such, in meetings I've had with federal law enforcement managers, including ICE and CBP and other federal partners, as well as state and local officials, I have conveyed the President's expectations with regard to federal immigration enforcement efforts. We will conduct targeted enforcement operations. Targeted. What we've done for decades. When we hit the streets, we know exactly who we're looking for. Good idea where we may find them. You have a criminal history. You have their immigration history. A lot of information about this person that we get from numerous databases out there. Targeted, strategic enforcement operations. That's traditionally been the case, and that's where we're going. That's what we're going to continue to do and improve upon that. With a prioritization on public safety threats.
Tom Homan there, the border czar, speaking, talking about they're going to be doing targeted operations. Not only that, but that he says not every organization is perfect, possibly alluding to maybe that ICE has made mistakes in the past. And I think that's also something, if I'm correct here, if I don't stand corrected off the top of my head here, that Donald Trump has said. He said multiple times that ICE has made mistakes before. Of course, this is very surprising. They have really had some harsh moments with protesters. Now it appears they're backing up. In a cabinet meeting that President Trump held earlier today, he made almost no mention of ICE nor the ICE situation in Minneapolis in any form. There was none of that. And what was so funny about it is actually, so I was preparing for the show while we were airing that cabinet meeting that occurred this morning. And I had written down on what we call a rundown, which is essentially what I'm doing right now. It's a rundown, so it just says what I'm going to do for the entire show. And I'd written down, we'll have a Trump cabinet clip, because I'm sure he's going to say something. He didn't take any questions from the press, nor did he say anything on ICE in Minneapolis. So quite starking, possibly. It goes to the fact that I believe Trump in earlier times as well, I'm paraphrasing here, but he's mentioned some type of kind of toning things down. And now that is maybe their intention here by Trump not mentioning it at all. I do want to play some video for you because last hour in DC at the United States Conference of Mayors, Mayor Jacob Fry of Minneapolis did speak. Let's listen in.
Well, this is exactly the group therapy session that I needed. The defenders of parks and streets, which indeed is an honorable profession, we are now becoming the defenders of our republic and the defenders of democracy. And it is heartwarming to be here with all of you because, I see your name on amicus briefs. I see your faces on TV. I feel the support from across the entire country, and we recognize that one great American city is experiencing an invasion. That is an invasion on our democracy, on our republic, and on each and every one of us. And the fact that you all are standing up means the world. Thank you. Never in a million years did I think that we would be in this place where troops and federal agents by the thousands have been deployed on a great American city, where the Department of Justice is used as a weapon to silence dissent, where the very foundational principles of our democracy and of our republic are questioned. I didn't take this job to get into the business of defending democracy. I did it because being a mayor has always been my dream job. There's great honor in filling potholes. It is noble to keep people safe and to build affordable housing. That work which we do every single day is foundational to the principles of our republic, and all the same, we find ourselves in a different position right now. We are on the front lines of a very important battle, and it's important that we aren't silenced, that we aren't put down. This is not a time to bend our heads in despair or out of fear that we may be next, because if we do not speak up, if we do not step out, it will be your city that is next. For those of you that have been watching the news and what's happened in Minneapolis, I'll tell you, it is that bad. People's constitutional rights have been trampled. Thousands of federal agents have descended on a city that has 600 police officers. 600 police officers and somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 federal agents, ICE, and Border Patrol. People have been indiscriminately pulled off the street. Discrimination takes place only on the basis of are you Somali, are you Latino, or are you Southeast Asian? And then American citizens have been yanked away from their homes after that solely because they look like they are from Mexico or Ecuador or Somalia. That's not how we operate in America. In America, we have these foundational principles of law. We abide by our Constitution. The rule of law is not just something that you say, but it is something that we practice each and every day. And as mayors, we know that. As mayors, we operate in the reality business. It is a reality that we've got to keep people safe on a daily basis. And by the way, we do that, partnering with a number of different jurisdictions, working with our federal government. In Minneapolis, we've worked extensively with the ATF and the FBI and the DEA, the U.S. Attorney's Office, to successfully drive down crime. And despite what you may hear on different media channels, crime is down in virtually every category and virtually every neighborhood of Minneapolis. Minneapolis is a safe city. It is less safe when chaos reigns supreme. It is less safe when families do not feel comfortable going to school or buying food at the grocery store because they're worried that their very family might get ripped apart. It is less safe when we have roving bands of agents marching down the street just looking for somebody who might be concerned. And I got to tell you, everybody is concerned when you have that kind of occupation. And so we've been very clear. The Operation Metro Surge needs to end. This kind of conduct and siege needs to stop, not just in Minneapolis. It needs to stop nationwide.
Alrighty there, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry just wanted to listen in for a few moments. This is from last hour as he was speaking at the United States Conference of Mayors there in Washington, D.C. We do have some more news about this situation. We are learning new video now appears to show, and it's now been confirmed by the family, Preddy kicking an agent's car. This is from the news movement. I'm going to play the entire moment, the entire video. Let's take a look here.
The news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Preddy interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. Our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Preddy was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
Alrighty, so you see the moment. It escalated so quickly, but you heard there the newsroom reporter saying they received a tip that they were blocking a street. They went to that street, they found this, and then Alex Preddy, who now the family confirms that is him. Again, this video shows him taking out the tail light. I was watching CNN last night because they held a town hall with the Minneapolis mayor, state representatives, the police chief. They held it with as well as the attorney general in Minnesota. And they had talked, kind of noting like the legal justifications. This was the analysis after the town hall, the legal justifications of that, and I heard one person just say it would be hard to have a case be brought by someone kicking out a federal agent's car's tail light. So of course that was interesting new video showing him people that were not people that have disagreed with on the opposition of what ICE agents, I should say Border Patrol agents, CBP agents did that day. They are saying, well, this was I've heard reports of 9 days and 11 days. They say this was over a week before the shooting. It's not relevant. And I will say, I have not analyzed both videos yet, but I'd be surprised if it were the same agents that were in that car that were also at the scene that day. So, my question would be, was his face familiar to the agents that ended up killing him? Is maybe that why the moment became so escalated so quickly, because they knew what he was capable of? I'm not sure, and I don't want to imply anything here, but I do have that question, so I just wanted to get that out of there. So again, new video showing Preddy just days before we just showed you that video from the news movement.